Steve Taylor with Think HR and Insurance Services. We create benefit plans you understand so you can actually use them. So I was asked a question from a group where they wanted to know, hey, we're on a carrier right now. We don't really like them, and our renewal is not till January. Are we allowed to switch in the middle of the year? What happens? So that's a great question. If you want to know what happens if you're on a carrier you don't like in the middle of the year, my suggestion is what don't you like about them? And let's do what we need to do to change it. If you need to go to another carrier, I believe that it makes sense to go to another carrier that fits your company's benefit strategy. How do you want to how do you want your employees to feel when they go to the doctor's office and they have to deal with the insurance? Do they need a lot of customer service? And if they pick up the phone and call someone, do they need to make sure they're very quickly attended to? Do they need almost no human interaction and they just want a amazing technology platform? What do we do? So there's a lot of different ways you can go about it, but to answer the question, you are never stuck with a carrier for the entire year. You can get out typically with a 30-day notice, or if you just send in, you got to send in a cancellation letter. Typically, it is a 30-day notice. You'll want to work on the timing, of course, with your broker or whoever you're working with on that. And when you're making that transition, you want to be very clear about how are you structuring your mid-year change. Because, if you make a change, you can make the change. But if you're moving from a PPO plan to an HMO plan as an employee, you need to know that all that expense that you paid out of pocket for the PPO out of network, it may not roll over into the new plan. You need to also see, like, with the continuation of care, if people have already gotten pre-authorizations, if people have already gotten, they're already in the midst of a treatment. When are these treatments, surgeries are scheduled? Is it covered under the new plan? All these things do need to be considered along the way. They do. They're very important. And that's why you do want to be thoughtful if you're going to switch carriers. However, I never like people to feel like they're stuck, because you're not. You have options. And, the cool thing about, the way ACA works, the way that a lot of these states work as far as their health insurance, a lot of people are in the corner of the employees, the consumers, the employers, to make sure that you guys are protected and that you have freedom of choice when it comes to your health insurance plans. Now, certain states have more options than others, right? If you're in California, you got a lot of different choices. If you're in Florida, it starts to narrow if you're under 100 employees. If you're under 20 people, it certainly starts to get tight as far as what your options are, but you're never stuck. Also, if you're on a PEO, a professional employer organization, of ADP Total Source, Insperity, or TriNet, any of these, and you feel like, hey, like, I'm not that happy with my plans. I'm not super excited about how it's all going as far as HR. What can I do to switch off of these plans? Same thing, 30-day notice generally. Now, you will want to read your contracts, and your broker should be able to help you out with that. I know with our clients, what we'll typically do is ask for, like, the service agreement that they sign. And we want to follow the information that was in that service agreement around how do you cancel the plans? How does it work? Because sometimes it is a lot harder to get to continuation of a continuity of care, or to roll over the deductibles, roll over any of the out-of-pocket expenses. It can get a little bit more difficult, and it will take a little bit more legwork on the broker side to make that push to make sure everybody is nice, safe, and sound when we make this transition. Because if you're in the middle of the year, it's July, and you picked your plans back in January, and some people have kind of made their health insurance plan off of, let me get a lot of my surgeries and things out of the way here in the beginning of the year, and then all of a sudden you go and change the plans. You're going to want to make sure that those people are taken care of. Sometimes it does help. What I'll do with HR teams is we'll have like either a town hall with key employees, or whatever type of group that they want to have, something to give the employees a voice, right? And sometimes it's an anonymous survey. Sometimes, people have a good indication because, they're frequently in HR's office. They're frequently in the Slack channels. That's a lot of our clients use Slack, so we're on there as well. But when we do that and we get questions and such before switching plans or jumping ship, sometimes we really want to be mindful of how are people impacted, what is the potential impact to them and their family, because at the end of the day, hey, there's a couple of people in there, any size group, where you've got kids who have, maybe really serious either injuries or treatments or chronic illnesses that are very difficult to manage on the parent. And if you cause additional stress when you're changing healthcare plans or even when they're changing jobs at times, all of a sudden becoming like the employer of choice and trying to make this switch is going to feel like a nightmare to them. So you do want to be careful with that. But if you do want to change your plans as an employer in the middle of the year, you can change your plans anytime you want to. You just want to have a 30-day notice, and you want to have a good game plan in place with your broker on how you're going to make that transition. I know with our clients too, PEO, same thing. So if you have questions about how you can switch from your current carrier because you're not super happy about it, feel free to book a 30-minute strategy session with us. I'll be happy to go over your specific options once we have a chat and see if there's some way we can help you out in any way. You know, good luck, best of luck, take care, and keep sending us questions. We really do appreciate it, and we're happy to answer them for you.